Who are you?
He's a billionaire heir.
Don't open that door.
Rain had been falling over Paris for almost an hour when Mary noticed the man sitting alone outside the closed metro station. She was already late. Her shoes were soaked, her coat was too thin for the December cold, and the last thing she wanted was another delay on her way home. But something made her stop. The man wasn't begging. He wasn't holding a sign. He wasn't even looking at the people rushing past him. He simply sat on the stone steps with his head lowered, his wet black hair falling across his forehead. Mary hesitated. "Are you okay?" The man slowly lifted his head. His eyes met hers. For a second, Mary forgot about the rain. He was Korean, probably in his late 20s, with sharp features, broad shoulders, and an exhausted expression that made him look strangely vulnerable. "I'm fine," he answered quietly. Mary looked at his soaked clothes. "You don't look fine." "I'll survive." "That isn't what I asked." He gave her a faint smile. "You always question strangers." "Only stubborn ones." That made him laugh softly. Mary opened her handbag and pulled out the small paper bag containing the sandwich she'd bought earlier. She held it toward him. "Here." He stared at it. "What?" "Food." "I can't take it." "Why?" "Because it's yours." "I can buy another one." He looked at her suspiciously. "Why are you helping me?" Mary shrugged. "Because you're sitting in the rain." "That isn't a good reason." "It is for me." She placed the bag beside him. "Eat it." She turned to leave. "Wait." She looked back. "My name is Ji-ho." "Mary." He repeated it slowly. "Mary." She smiled. "Yes." "Thank you, Mary." She nodded and walked away. She didn't know it then, but that simple encounter would change both their lives. The next evening, Mary saw him again. Same station. Same steps. This time she stopped immediately. "You're still here." Ji-ho looked up. "You came back." "I live around here." "That doesn't answer my question." Mary folded her arms. "Why are you still here?" He looked away. "I don't have anywhere else to go." She studied him. "You have family." "Yes." "Friends." "Yes." "Then why are you sleeping outside?" He didn't answer. Mary sighed. "Fine." She pulled out her phone. "Come with me." Ji-ho looked confused. "Where?" "My apartment." His eyes widened. "No." "You can sleep on the sofa." "No." "Why?" "Because you're a stranger." Mary laughed. "You're the one who is homeless, but I'm the dangerous stranger." A small smile appeared on his face. "You're strange." "You've said that twice." "Because it's true." "Are you coming or not?" Ji-ho hesitated. Then he stood. That was how a young African woman living in Paris ended up walking through the rain with a mysterious Korean stranger toward her tiny apartment. Mary lived in a modest one-bedroom flat on the 4th floor of an old building. It wasn't luxurious. The kitchen was small. The heating barely worked. But it was clean and warm. Ji-ho stood at the entrance looking uncomfortable. "You can leave your shoes there." He obeyed. Mary pointed toward the sofa. "You sleep there." "Thank you." "Don't make it emotional." He smiled. "I wasn't." "You looked emotional." "I was cold." "Sure." That night, Mary gave him a blanket. Then she disappeared into her bedroom. 20 minutes later, she heard a knock. "What?" Can I ask you something? She opened the door. Ji-ho stood there holding the blanket. What's wrong? Why are you helping me? Mary sighed. Because I've been alone before. His expression changed. She continued. When I first came to Paris, I knew almost nobody. I didn't speak French properly. I slept in a room smaller than your sofa. He looked at her carefully. And nobody helped you. Some people did. Then why remember the loneliness? Because you never forget how it feels to have nobody. Ji-ho stared at her. Thank you. Go sleep. He smiled. Yes, boss. For the next few weeks, they became unlikely friends. Mary worked at a small luxury bakery near the Champs-Élysées. Ji-ho started helping around the apartment. He cooked. He cleaned. He fixed the broken cabinet in her kitchen. One morning, Mary walked into the kitchen and found him preparing breakfast. She stopped. What are you doing? Cooking. You know how. Yes. She looked at the table. There were eggs, toast, fruit, and coffee. You made all this. Yes. She sat down. You're becoming useful. Ji-ho laughed. You're very demanding. You're living in my house. Your house. My apartment. Same thing. No, my apartment. He smiled. Fine. Mary took a bite. Her eyes widened. This is actually good. Actually, I expected worse. You're impossible. She laughed. For the first time since coming to Paris, Mary felt like she wasn't alone. But Ji-ho was hiding something. Every morning while Mary was at work, he received phone calls. He never answered them in front of her. One afternoon, he stepped outside. Yes. A man's voice came through the phone. Sir, we've located you. Ji-ho closed his eyes. Don't come here. Your father has been looking for you for weeks. I know. Your mother is worried. I know. Sir, the board meeting is tomorrow. I won't attend. You can't keep running forever. Ji-ho looked up at the Parisian skyline. I know. The man sighed. Your engagement announcement is also scheduled. Ji-ho's expression hardened. Cancel it. Your father won't agree. Then let him disagree. He ended the call. When he returned upstairs, Mary was waiting. Who was that? Nobody. She frowned. You're a terrible liar. Ji-ho froze. What? I heard you say board meeting. Silence. What board meeting? He smiled nervously. It's complicated. You're hiding something. I am. Mary stared at him. At least you're honest about that. I don't want to involve you. Why? Because people around me get hurt. She laughed bitterly. That's dramatic. I'm serious. Mary looked into his eyes. Then tell me the truth. He couldn't. Not yet. Their relationship changed slowly. Mary began noticing the little things. Ji-ho remembered everything she said. He knew exactly how she liked her coffee. He waited outside the bakery when she finished late. Whenever she was tired, he quietly cooked dinner. One evening, they walked beside the Seine. The city lights reflected across the water. Mary wrapped her coat tighter around herself. Paris is beautiful. Ji-ho looked at her. Yes. She smiled. You weren't even looking at Paris. I was looking at you. She laughed nervously. Don't say things like that. Why? Because. She looked away. Because I might believe you. Ji-ho stopped walking. Mary. She turned. I mean it. He stepped closer. I don't know what happens tomorrow. His voice became softer. But tonight, I know exactly what I feel. Mary's heart raced. Ji-ho, I love you. She stared at him. You barely know me. I know enough. What if I'm difficult? You are. She punched his arm. He laughed. What if I'm stubborn? You are. What if I make you angry? You already do. She smiled. And you still love me. More every day. Mary's eyes filled with tears. I love you too. They kissed beside the Seine. For the first time, neither of them cared about the future. Until the future came looking for them. 3 days later, a black Mercedes stopped outside Mary's bakery. A tall Korean man in an expensive suit entered. He looked around before approaching the counter. Are you Mary? She nodded. Yes. My name is Daniel Han. How can I help you? He placed a photograph on the counter. Mary looked down. It was Ji-ho. But he wasn't wearing old clothes. He was dressed in a perfectly tailored suit, standing in front of a massive glass building. Mary's smile disappeared. What is this? Daniel looked at her. Where is he? Who? You know exactly who I'm talking about. Mary's heart began pounding. Ji-ho. Daniel nodded. He's not who you think he is. Mary stared at the photograph. Who is he? Daniel hesitated. Then he said, his real name is Kang Ji-ho. So, he is the only son of Kang Industries. Mary's face went blank. Daniel continued. His family owns one of the largest technology and luxury hotel corporations in South Korea. Mary couldn't speak. He's worth billions. She shook her head. No. Yes. No, that's impossible. I wish it were. Where did you find him? He wasn't lost. Daniel's expression hardened. He ran away. Mary's heart sank. Why? His father arranged his marriage to the daughter of another powerful family. She stared at him. And he refused. Yes. So he came to Paris. Yes. And pretended to be homeless. Daniel nodded. Mary felt sick. Why? He wanted to know whether anyone could love him without knowing his family's name. She looked away. Did he send you? No. Then why are you telling me? Because his father knows about you. Mary's blood ran cold. What does that mean? It means you should be careful. Daniel picked up the photograph. He has enemies. What kind? Business enemies. Mary swallowed. And me. You are now his weakness. He walked away. That evening, Mary waited for Ji-ho. When he entered the apartment, he immediately knew something was wrong. Mary. She stood in the living room. What's your real name? He froze. Mary. Don't. She held up the photograph. Who are you? He slowly closed the door. My name is Kang Ji-ho. Are you rich? He nodded. How rich? He didn't answer. Billions. Yes. Mary laughed. But there was no humor in it. So everything was a lie. No. You lied about your name. Yes. You lied about your family. Yes. You let me think you were homeless. Yes. And you slept on my sofa while your family owns hotels. I didn't want their money. But you had it. I didn't use it. That's not the point. Her voice broke. You made me feel sorry for you. I never asked you to. You didn't have to. She wiped away a tear. I loved you because I thought you were just Ji-ho. I am. No. She shook her head. I don't know who you are anymore. He stepped closer. Please. Don't touch me. He stopped. I love you. Then why didn't you trust me enough to tell me? I was afraid. Of what? That you'd change. She looked at him. And did I? No. Then you were wrong. He couldn't respond. Mary turned away. I need time. I'll give you time. He left. For 2 weeks they didn't speak. Mary tried to move on. She couldn't. Everywhere she went, she remembered him. The coffee, the walks, the laughter, the way he looked at her. Then one evening, her phone rang. It was Ji-ho. She almost ignored it. But something made her answer. Hello. His voice was different. Mary, where are you? At home. Lock your door. Her heart jumped. Why? Just do it. Ji-ho, what's happening? I'll explain later. Then the call ended. A loud knock came from her front door. Mary froze. Another knock. Who is it? No answer. She moved toward the door. Then her phone rang again. Ji-ho. Do not open that door. Mary stepped backward. What is happening? Someone followed you home. Her breathing quickened. Who? I don't know. The lights suddenly went out. Mary screamed. Then she heard the sound of her bedroom window opening. She ran toward the kitchen and grabbed a knife. Stay away from me. A figure appeared. But it wasn't an attacker. It was Ji-ho. He rushed toward her. Mary. She dropped the knife. What are you doing here? I came as soon as I knew. He pulled her into his arms. She pushed him away. You scared me. I know. What is happening? My father's business rival wants leverage against my family. And they think I'm leverage. Yes. Tears filled her eyes. I don't want this. I know. I just wanted a normal life. I know. He took her hands. I can protect you. She shook her head. I don't need a billionaire to protect me. He smiled sadly. I know. I need the man I fell in love with. His eyes softened. Then look at me. She did. I'm still him. Mary cried. You hurt me. I know. You lied. I know. Don't do it again. I won't. He pulled her close. This time she didn't resist. Months later, Ji-ho took Mary to Seoul. But he didn't take her to a palace. He took her to the small neighborhood where he had grown up before becoming heir to his father's empire. He showed her the school he attended, the restaurant where his mother used to take him, the tiny park where he played as a child. I wanted you to see this. Mary smiled. Why? Because everyone knows the billionaire. He looked at her. But only you know Ji-ho. She held his hand. I don't care how much money you have. I know. I don't care how powerful your family is. I know. I just want you to stop disappearing. He smiled. I promise. A year later, Mary stood in front of hundreds of guests in Paris. She wore a simple ivory wedding gown. Ji-ho waited at the end of the aisle. His family sat in the front row. So did Mary's. When she reached him, he whispered, You came. She smiled. I told you I would. You look beautiful. You're nervous, terrified. She laughed. During his vows, Ji-ho held her hands. Before I met you, I believed everyone wanted something from me. His voice shook. You taught me that someone can see you when you have nothing. Mary's eyes filled with tears. You fed me when you thought I was homeless. He smiled. And somehow, I became the luckiest man in the world. Mary whispered, You're still dramatic. Everyone laughed. Then it was her turn. I thought I was helping a stranger. She looked into his eyes. But I discovered something. She smiled. Sometimes the person you rescue becomes the person who rescues you. They kissed. The crowd applauded. Years later, people would ask Mary what it was like to discover that the homeless Korean man she had taken into her tiny Paris apartment was actually a billionaire heir. She always gave the same answer. I didn't fall in love with a billionaire. She would smile. I fell in love with a lonely man. Then she'd look at Ji-ho. And fortunately, the billionaire came with him.